They're in the middle of the dancing. They're surrounded by all sorts of people. Alex is going to talk to them now. Rather, Alex is going to try and talk to them now.
Bunty, it's like carrier pigeon. We're actually waving at each other. We can hardly hear. It's absolute bedlam. John, we wondered how it could top the Odyssey with 8,000 or 9,000 screaming Belfast sports fans. It's like a sporting nightclub here tonight.
It's brilliant, isn't it? There are just people are jumping around, dancing to the music, and the atmosphere is sensational. And just a few seconds ago, when we saw Frampton up on the big screen, the cheers which went up, and that's just of him back in the dressing room. Wait till he comes in.
Absolutely. Every single Frampton move and gesture that's been caught on the big screen has been picked up live by people here to cheer his every move. Barry, is it going to hinder or help Frampton tonight, and how important is this crowd going to be?
This will help Frampton, I'm sure. He's had a similar crowd, not at this scale, but a similar crowd where they've inspired him to great performances, and I think this might be the difference between him winning and losing this world title. This crowd is tremendous, and they'll back him to the hilt, and he'll come in here with so much confidence, feeling the love of this crowd. It's tremendous. Even I feel Irish right now.
But
and it's a big but.
He can't get carried away with this. He's still got to remember that this is, you know, it's business time shortly, and you can't get overhyped by it.
Absolutely. And Barry, we were out sort of yesterday in the waiting room, last night in Belfast. There's a real sort of unease and nerviness about this, the home support. They know this is a big test.
Well, this
tonight.
is the point where they've all the journey's great. You're all confident about the journey. When you get to the pinnacle, the lifetime ambition of winning a world title, everyone gets nervous because this is it. This is do or die, if you like, without saying a bad word. This is the pinnacle. This is you make it or you don't make it. I think he does. I really think he does.
Come on, Eileen. I think it's come on, Carl. It's going to be the call. John, you're going to be commentating very shortly. What do you think you're going to be calling, and what do you think the payoff lines are going to be later on?
I hope we're going to be hearing "and new." That's what I really hope. I think this is going to be a Frampton night. I know there are a lot of dissenting voices and people saying that Martinez has got the punch and that it could be an upset time. You know, it's just a difficult thing to say for a champion, and you've got to respect a man with those 3 knockouts. But I've just got the feeling that we've seen the fight, and the further it goes, the more it's going to be Frampton's night, and I think Frampton's going to take it.
And the closer we get to the fight taking place, the greater the noise gets. 3 little words is all we want tonight, and the new.
And the new, those are the words we want to hear. The man that put it all together, a man who will be back there now, taking in deep breaths, just like Carl Frampton is Barry McGuigan. Steve Lillis caught up with him.
In my head, I'm still a fighter. Ultimately, when it all stripped down, I'm still a fighter. I still know what it's like. And I react like a fighter. As I go to the ring, I get nervous. I get butterflies because, you know, I'm living my life like all the fans to a certain extent, vicariously through the fighter. You're living and you're hoping for him and you want him to do well and everything else. So that has never changed. Although I've distanced myself, although I've been involved in business meetings and everything else, ultimately, when it's all stripped down, my job is to help Shane get the guys ready, to oversee Shane, who's doing a phenomenal job.
How hard is the fight going to be? Even though Carl won the first fight, it was a pretty brutal night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough fight, very hard fight. It's not going to be any easier this time. You know, Kiko has said that he is reinvigorated, renewed, his confidence is back, etc., etc., etc. He's won the world title. There's no doubt about that. That will give him the confidence. And he made 2 successful defenses against Jeffrey Matabula and Hashigawa in Japan. But here's the thing, Carl Frampton is not Hashigawa, and Carl Frampton is not Jeffrey Matabula, and he'll never forget the knockout in February 2013. Every waking moment he will think of that right hand that nearly decapitated him, and believe me, he's going to get it again on the night of the fight. And if he thinks for 1 minute he's not, he's mistaken. But the fact is, we're focused. We've trained very, very hard for this 16 weeks of a camp. He sparred probably 250 to 275 rounds. I know different fighters do it differently. Frampton likes to put lots of sparring rounds in. He sparred with lightweights, super featherweights, top quality kids, and he's been magnificent. As soon as that bell goes, he's going to come running at him and throwing punches because he can't do anything different. So the fans are going to have a great fight, and I'm absolutely convinced that Frampton will win, and will win very impressively.
It will have to be very impressive, Andy Lee. It's come down to it. The crowd's gone quiet. The crowd's getting ready. What's going to happen? It's that simple.
Frampton's going to win on points.
Will it be hard? Will it be straightforward?
It's going to be a hard fight. He's going to have to overcome some adversity in there. I think Kiko's going to be there all the way and pressing all the way. He's got to be very smart, box very well, but I fancy him to win.
Bernard, you've been in with Kiko. We're not going to dwell on that, but he goes overseas. He went to Japan against the odds. He smashed up Azumi. Tonight, can he pull off a shot? Or in his books, can he do what he wants to do?
He's got bad memories of Belfast. He's no fond memories of being here. So, you know, hopefully Carl can keep it that way. Carl has to box tonight. He has to move. He has to keep Kiko at bay. If he lets Kiko get close to him, he gives him a chance for an upset.
Kiko gets there. He'll give him a hard fight. The crowd's starting to sing. They've been here. They've been waiting. It's been 15 minutes. They are getting ready. They are bouncing in anticipation. The first boxer who will be coming to the ring is going to be Carl Frampton. We're just waiting for him to leave his Game of Thrones changing room. Once he leaves that changing room, once that happens, we can continue. It is really, really heating up here. There's tension. It's loud. It's noisy. Let's get over now. It's the main event. It's the Dapper Man, Mr. Craig Stephen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big one. It's the IBF Super-Bantamweight Championship of the World. Would you welcome now the challenger from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Carl the Jackal Frampton.
Wouldn't be human if he were not feeling nervous now. He will get a huge reception as he makes his way into the ring. And a long wait. And a big, huge build-up. The coverage over here in Northern Ireland has been extraordinary. He is the most famous sporting figure this side of the Irish Sea, at least in the northern part of the country. Right away around Ireland, he is a huge star. He's also a great British star, and now is he on the threshold of becoming a world star? Carl Frampton steps up onto the ring and salutes his army of followers. Moment. Shane McGuigan, his trainer, going through the paces. Jimmy Tibbs quietly stepping up into the ring, and the massed thousands waiting for I wonder what.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to welcome the champion from Alicante, España, Kiko Martinez.
Martinez from Alicante in Spain had that defeat against Frampton in February 2013, stopped in 9 rounds, but since then, well, what a comeback it's been. He won his title last August, stopping Jonathan Romero in 6 rounds in Atlantic City, then defences against Jeffrey Matamula, against Hazimi Hasegawa. He's won his last 4 by knockout since losing to Frampton, and he says he's a better, more rounded boxer. And he's also said that he will retire Frampton. He does look in terrific shape. We were very impressed by how strong he looked at yesterday's weigh-in. But Frampton says he knows I'm the only guy who's properly hurt him, and there are sure to be doubts. His manager, incidentally, Sergio Martinez, great middleweight. He's there in the ring with him. And there's Barry McGuigan and his son Shane McGuigan.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome here to the Titanic Quarter on the Titanic Slipway in Belfast, Northern Ireland, where Cyclone Promotions, in association with Maravilla Box, Samson Boxing and Gary Shaw Productions, and very, very kindly supported by the Northern Ireland Executive, the Northern Ireland Tourist Board, Tourism Ireland and Belfast City Council, sponsored by CWMFX, is very proud to bring you 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Super-Bantamweight Championship of the World. Our officials appointed by the IBF and the British Boxing Board of Control. Supervisor for the IBF from Trenton, New Jersey, USA, Mr. Lindsay Tucker. And from the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. John Williamson and Mr. John Campbell. Our 3 scoring judges at ringside, from Wisconsin, USA, Mike Fitzgerald. From Twickenham, England, Marcus McDonnell. And from St. Paul, Minnesota, Danny Nelson. The timekeeper from Hillsborough, County Down, Dale Elliott. The referee in charge from Fleetwood, England, Mr. Steve Gray. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance here at ringside, and for those watching on BoxNation and around the world, the officials are ready. The boxers are ready. Are you ready for the main event? In the blue corner stands the challenger with head coach Shane McGuigan. Winning white shorts with gold on the scales, 8 stone, 9 pounds, 7 ounces. A perfect professional record of 18 wins from 18 contests, 13 inside the distance. Former undefeated Celtic, IBF Intercontinental, Commonwealth and European champion from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Carl the Jackal Frampton. And in the red corner stands the champion with head coach Gabby Samiento. Wearing black shorts with red, weighing in at 8 stone 9 pounds 2 ounces, bringing to the ring a 35 fight record, 31 wins, 23 inside the distance with 4 defeats. The former European Super-Bantamweight champion, the reigning, defending IBF Super-Bantamweight champion of the world, from Alicante, España, la sensación, Kiko Martinez. Referee in charge, Mr. Steve Gray.
Spaniard's cornerman slow leaving the ring.
Okay, boys, if I call break, you must take one step back. Don't let any of your punches go down the back of the head. And most importantly, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Touch gloves.
Big night for Steve Gray, the referee. Huge night for Carl Frampton and for Kiko Martinez. One of Belfast's biggest ever nights. Is it going to be a glory night for Carl Frampton?
It's all about the tactics, isn't it? For Frampton getting the tactics right, no moment to stand and trade, no moment to move and be evasive. I think that's the key. If he gets that system right, he's got a very incredibly good chance of coming away with this world title.
In the first fight, he showed himself to be the better boxer, and in the latter stages also the bigger puncher, and took his man out. And Martinez says that his preparations were not right on that occasion. He got bad things going on around him, and that he was not properly focused. This time he says he is, and it is going to be a different story.
Well, Martinez can be outboxed, and that's no secret. But he can hit. You can't give him a second. You can't give him half a break. You know, he sees an opening, he exploits it. He hits you with that right hand. You almost stay hit. So Carl got to be on point for 3 minutes of every round. We're starting sharply so far.
Martinez, best chances. It just may be that it's in the early stages. If he can catch Frampton cold.
Well, Frampton's very accurate, and Martinez is very hard to hit clean at times. You know, everyone would say that he's hard to hit clean. So, as long as Frampton doesn't get frustrated that he's missing sometimes, he's got to be prepared to miss, throw punches to land.
Frampton, the taller man, as you can see, keeping a very tight guard in these early stages. Cautious sort of opening from both men as they just feel each other out. No real punch of venom thrown so far.
Good body shot there, though, from Martinez.
Martinez, who's fought on the road so many times. France, America, South Africa, Argentina, England, Japan. Twice came up short, of course, famously against Randall Munro.
And that's the thing, he can be outboxed. Sharp shot and then doubling up with the right hand there. Carl Frampton.
You're going to be hearing huge cheers from the crowd every time Frampton gets in. Every time he lands on target. Nice flashing right hand. I think it might have been deflected by the gloves, but the roars of the crowd from the back. Well, interesting opening round, fairly quiet round. And Martinez, just for a moment, I thought he was going to go after him and hit him up to the bell.
Right, you're boxing him, then you're pushing him back, right? You're doing it all from the centre of the ring, okay? Everything you did was great there, and I want a little bit more feints before you throw, all right? Don't overcommit with that right hand, double that jab up and then throw it, okay?
Yeah.
All working great, all right? Just keep switched on, all right? His feet are slow tonight, all right? So you've got to make him miss with them feet. First line of defence is them legs, right? As soon as you step back, you come back in with two. nudge him back because he's giving you ground. He's scared like fuck, right? Really is
Quiet
scared.
opening round, Barry, not a lot between them. Carl Frampton, the Jackal, that's his little daughter. There's his mum in the glasses. I don't think she's going to know too much about it in years to come. Who could fall asleep in this sort of atmosphere? Only if you've got a warm blanket over you, I think. How did you score that opener, Barry?
I just edged Frampton. I think he just landed a few more jabs, a couple of right hands. It was only really a body shot, really, from Martinez. But Martinez coming up with a bit more intent in this round.
Quiet one, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
Not
nothing
a lot
got,
between them.
Nothing clean, really, was hit, was there?
That's better.
You just can't stand in front of Martinez. After he lands with a good shot, you've got to find a different angle out. Because Martinez's tactics should be to block and counter everything.
Martinez will keep on putting pressure on. He's been working over here, of course, in preparations, and I've been told that the sort of weights he lifts for a small man are almost frightening. You can see from his upper body strength, the way in which he's toned. He has bull-like strength.
It's his back is huge, isn't it? And you've got to see, be careful of that looping right hand. You've got longer arms than what it appears. So you have a longer reach than what you'd expect for a short guy. That's good from Frampton there.
Yeah, and forcing Martinez to give ground there as he doubled up on those punches.
Landing with a body shot there, Frampton, but he can't stand in front of Martinez. Like I said, you've got to keep circling and keep spinning the sharp angles of movement out of the way.
And it is usually one of the truisms of boxing that against a champion, to take a title, you have to win big, and both of them thudding in big body shots there, power shots from both sides. Good chopping right hand from Frampton, catches Martinez on the side of the head.
Good stuff by both fighters there, when they both unloaded in close. Both confident in their power, John.
Fascinating to see the tactics here, how this is going to unfold. Frampton working behind the jab, trying to keep it long. Only just missing with that right hand over the top.
Good right hand through the guard there from Carl Frampton again. Martinez trying to nick his space, but just leaving a little bit of an opening in his defence.
Studying concentration, the face of Martinez. I didn't really take a great deal from the weigh-in yesterday when Frampton said that he saw fear in the face of Martinez. I think that was just talk before the main event.
Both landing with heavy shots again there. Martinez especially just getting through with a sneaky right hand in the centre of the ring. But Frampton's doing the right things. When he's getting up close, he's trying to tie him up. Oh, lovely, well done.
Nice straight shots and accurate shots from Frampton. His 19th professional fight here tonight. Similar stage, I think. Barry McGuigan was fighting for the European title.
Good round from Carl Frampton for me there, John.
Yeah.
Sharp it off the mark, landing with the heavier blows again.
When you meet him with that right hand, I don't want you to meet him at these rounds, right? Don't get in a tear out with him now, all right? Don't need to prove your point. You stamp your authority enough for them hard shots, all right? You back out in that boxing. Every time you break, creep up on him because he's giving you ground because he's scared of you, all right?
Won that round.
You won that round again, all right?
Yeah, good. Sorry.
You just got that right hand, chop down it. That's what you did, all right? He's going with those wide hooks. Get on the inside that hook and drive it down.
Not a lot between them in the opening round, Barry, but it was big, that one to Frampton, clearly. There's Pablo Sarmiento, who's the trainer of Martinez. Fight fans, you'll remember him. He beat Billy Schwer. He had a win and a loss against Michael Ayers, and also defeat against Colin Lyons now, though. Training Kiko Martinez, and the crowd, the roar of the crowd again for Frampton as we go into the third.
Just a little bit quicker off the mark, isn't he, at the moment, Carl Frampton? But as Kiko Martinez, and we all know about him, he don't mind giving away a few rounds. He'll just keep pressurising you, with the feet, hands up high, swinging those shots over the top. If you're hitting arms, elbows, back of heads, he's happy for you to feel his power.
Won his last fights. He won the title in the 6th, and his defences, he got a 9th round knockout and then a 7th round stoppage, so keeps his danger. That's good though from Frampton. Accuracy, he looks sharp, doesn't he?
He does, he looks really sharp.
Good body shot there from Martinez.
That's the second one in this fight that he's handed Martinez. All Frampton, because Frampton's accurate and he hits hard himself, just got to remember who he's in against. So when he lands with his big shots like that, don't stand in front of Martinez. You just landed with a good jab.
Martinez covering up and trying to walk him down, get into range.
And Frampton doing the right thing there and tying him up. He's definitely the sharp at the moment. Carl Frampton, you think you just can't take your eye off the ball with Martinez. Oh, lovely. Good right hand, well timed.
Frampton had been anticipating, I think, the WBC title shot against Leo Santa Cruz, who's defending his title next week. But here he has Kiko Martinez, and he caught him with that right hand. The damage, I think,
just hit him off balance, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was accentuated, wasn't it?
Good shot though, and he's landing with relatively ease. Really, you're just wary of what might come back from Martinez. But Frampton boxing brilliant at the moment.
And the cheers of the crowd going up, blaring hand speed, lovely right hand.
It's the accuracy, John. That's what's impressive. But not troubling Martinez. He's still trudging forward, still doing what he does. Stealing your space, putting pressure on you, making you work.
The greatest boxing nights and greatest atmosphere since the days of Barry McGuigan sitting there on the front row on the far side. 29 years since Barry beat Eusebio Pedrosa at Loftus Road, open air, to win his world title. Made his debut open air as well in 1981, Barry did.
Tremendous career, tremendous fighter. He's winning here tonight.
Carl Frampton is not, he's not the same fighter, is he? In some ways, he's a more complete fighter because he can fight in reverse, and he moves with greater variety than Barry did, although Barry had that all-out attacking style. But that's another really good round for Frampton.
That's a better round again.
Outboxing him.
Good. You're looking absolutely spectacular, all right? Everything was working great. Your feet are key in this fight, all right? Not giving any ground. You can control the pace with your feet, all right? Control everything with your legs. Get right back in the centre, all right? Keep nudging him back with that jab. Touch, and snap it to the target, all right? Start with finishing your combinations. After that right hand, finish it on the left hook. Brings you back on that back foot, all right? Right hand, left hook.
All Frampton so far. There's that right hand which catches Martinez off balance rather in the third there.
Some good shots, and that's right. That's a good move there from Frampton. Just land with your shots and just take a step away. You can't. You stand in front of Martinez. He gets that over the hand right into play. Lands with that. You're in all sorts of trouble. Frampton's nice and focused. He's concentrating. He's not taking his eyes off Martinez, and he's boxing to orders and doing a good job so far. Doesn't want to be there though.
Exactly. He's dangerous, and if he uncorks a big hook, it can all change round in the blink of an eye.
The thing is, when you're a puncher yourself, because Frampton is a puncher himself, he's confident to stand and he's confident he can hurt Martinez.
Jabbing beautifully.
Lovely. And footwork's good as well, skipping out the range.
From a Martinez point of view, he has to keep patience, doesn't he? Just has to keep a tight guard, keep looking for that opening and an opportunity maybe to find the one big shot. He's just caught there as he tried to look for his right hook to the body.
Really good, nice little left hook there from Martinez, but great accuracy from Frampton. He needs a bit more head movement, Martinez, and he needs to rush. I think he needs to rush Frampton and hit him anywhere. At the moment, Frampton, to be honest, giving him a little bit of a boxing lesson.
Well, it's very much a Frampton fight at the moment. This is his tactics which are paying off. Left hand from Frampton looked a little bit low, but the referee maybe on the blind side, doesn't react.
But this is where Martinez got to let that right hand go. If he hits the arm, the head, it doesn't matter. Good body shot there from Martinez.
Is Martinez looking like a man who believes he can do it? He's trying to walk Frampton down. He needs some success to get into this fight.
Well, it's another round that for me, he's not winning at the moment, so I think he's got to start committing himself, Martinez. He's putting a lot of pressure on Frampton, but Frampton looks quite comfortable. He's boxing well, sharp. Again, that's a little 1-2 from Frampton off the ropes. And making Martinez look a little bit pedestrian. Both landing with decent hooks here. Frampton's body and Martinez with a wide look on the head. Then Martinez needs to follow it up, doesn't he?
He's in no sense throwing enough punches at this stage, Kiko Martinez. Maybe he thinks that he's got the power just to equalise it with one shot. I don't know.
Well, he is making Frampton work. Actually, he's not making Frampton work too hard. He's putting pressure on with the feet. But Frampton's still being quite economical, I think, with his punches.
Got into range there, Martinez, but they were taken on arms and gloves by Frampton. Now he tries to work away to the body. Well, Frampton saying it wasn't him. I think he felt he was dragged on by Martinez, but referee Steve Gray's having none of it.
Well, to be honest, Frampton would be happy with that. He didn't get warned for holding, which is what he's doing when he's getting up close. And I think, if he can get away with that, and smother Martinez's work when they're in close, he'll be happy.
Simple slip, draw his lead, left hook, draw his lead, right hand, all right? Nudge him back with that touch, draw that lead because he's hesitating. As soon as he's hesitating, you over the top, all right? Slip, right hand over top, hands up high, touch him.
He's got a small call, it's accidental head clash, okay?
Punch. Touch, draw his lead as soon as he sees.
A little cut around the left eye. Accidental head clash, the referee saying. 4 rounds completed. Were it to be stopped as a result of that, having gone past 4, this is how it happened. Clash of heads there.
That wasn't quite accidental though, was it? He got lucky there.
Was that accidental? I don't know. That's what the referees decided, so if it were to be stopped, it would go to the cards.
I don't think that's where the cut was. I think that was at the very end of the round where he nudged him and the referee warned him, yeah, so...
Looking to add to the damage, maybe.
Yeah.
Surely not.
But he's having just a fight of his life at the moment, isn't he, Carl Frampton? Here's Martinez now letting his hands go a little bit more. This is what he needs to do, Martinez.
Clipped as he went in, that's no knockdown. He's hit him on the floor after a slip. And the crowd letting their displeasure be known. That's no knockdown, time out now. Now, is he going to take a point away? He's going to let him get away with it, I think, is he?
I don't think he caught Frampton much luck. If it was a heavy shot, I think he would have given a point.
He lost his footing, Frampton, not caught by a shot. But what antagonised the crowd was the way Martinez tried to, or looked as though he was at least thinking about throwing the shot to the back of the head with Frampton on the floor.
Well, there's been no love lost in the build-up to this fight. Martinez thinking that Frampton's been a bit disrespectful about everything, about his hair loss and everything else, so he's...
Well, I think that's the right of fair comment, isn't it? He is a little bit follically challenged. Yeah, fists, not heads, please, boys. Yeah. I think that's the message.
And touching gloves.
Martinez leaping in behind the left hook, blocked by Frampton.
That was cute there for Martinez.
Oh, that's a nice right hand.
It's a cracking shot there for Martinez.
Maybe his best punch of the fight so far.
That's his first true bit of success, isn't it?
It was a lovely straight right. Certainly made Frampton blink. There's a good jab.
shot there though from Frampton.
And good footwork as well.
And he's good, that's the idea, because he's changing his direction, keeps spinning Martinez, don't let him set himself. And a cut over Martinez's left eye. Worsening.
Well, it's worsening, yeah. The blood's now starting to drip towards the corner of that eye. Lovely straight left hand from Frampton, targeting the damaged area. It's all going Frampton's way, really, this.
It is. You think Martinez after landing with that good right hand, he would have built on that success, but he's just struggling to find the target, isn't he?
Single shot. Oh, caught by right hand. So, is it now nearing a conclusion? Will Frampton go looking for him? Just needs to bide his time, maybe.
You've got to take his time, don't take any silly risks.
Crowd going ballistic here.
Very accurate with them shots down the centre of the guard there, Frampton.
Well, caught by that right hand early in the round, but then payback time, big time, and a big round for Carl Frampton. He senses now that the world title can be his.
He's having the fight of his life, John, isn't he? He really is. Hasn't put a foot wrong so far, winning everything.
Your shots are not committed, guys, and now you've got to step up.
Well, let's take another look.
Just on the top. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Right on the temple.
Great shot, isn't it?
Very, he's so accurate, isn't he? Just lifting the shoulder, the elbow up as well to get the space for the shot. And then just a little bit of a lazy jab there from Martinez, and Frampton makes him pay.
Guillermo Rigondeaux's manager is in this crowd watching. That could be a fight somewhere down the line. Who knows? If Frampton prevails, and the signs are so far that he will do so. This has been pretty much textbook stuff. He has carried out a plan and carried it out so far pretty much to perfection.
But you just got to still be very cautious, even though you've got to be offensive. Got to carry on doing what he's doing. Don't get too excited. Don't let the crowd play a part in it. He's boxing brilliantly, boxing superb. He's accurate. He'll find the gaps in the defence again. You don't want to rush in now and walk into something silly off Martinez.
Well, that would go down as a 10-8 round with the knockdown. And Frampton is way clear already, building up the sort of points advantage which suggests that Martinez's only chance is to somehow find the bomb to knock Frampton out.
Well, you respect Martinez with that big right hand over the top, but he hasn't been able to get it off, has he? He's landed with one down the guard, but that, you're thinking that looping right hand, which he had success in the first fight with, would be a punch he'd be looking for. But Frampton, then, he's had done the right thing. I mean, knowing when to set his feet, knowing when to move, and he's been punching and then moving, setting his feet to throw his punches and then moving straight away, and his tactics have been so far spot on.
Oh, brilliant again. Giving himself space to get those punches off, Barry. The footwork's terrific and doubling up on the jab.
It is. They'll keep those hands up, they'll keep that right hand up for sure.
Martinez, though, clear-eyed. He's regrouped well after that knockdown.
Martinez needs more head movement. You got to rush Frampton now, haven't he? Really got to bully him.
Frampton concentrating on his boxing, trying to work his way in through skills rather than going in just purely gung-ho.
Oh, brilliant. Just a little feint with the right hand, coming through that straight left. His focus has been tremendous tonight, really has. The biggest fight of his life, and he's been really on point.
Another right hand delivered with blurring speed and accuracy.
See Frampton looking for a little rest now, just looking to pace himself a bit more, which is not a bad idea, but this is Martinez's opportunity to jump on him.
Has he got the belief to do so now?
Well, I think so. I think Martinez is a confident guy, you know, even though he's been hurt, you know, he's struggling, he must be frustrated, but he's been frustrated before. But excellent again from Frampton, who's winning everything, John.
It's a shutout so far with a knockout in the fifth, knockdown in the fifth as well. There's Barry. Cheers of the crowd for him. A great hero of years gone by, and a great hero of right here and now, Carl Frampton. Superb so far, absolutely superb.
He's been it's the biggest fight of your life, and the best performance of your career so far. It's just tremendous, really is. And Martinez looks a little bit pedestrian, but I don't know if that's just because Frampton's just boxing so well.
Working away on that cut left eye. Meanwhile, in that corner. Into the second half of the fight, and the Belfast hero is in control, it would seem.
But we know about Martinez, that can all change in an instant. But to be fair, except for that one right, he landed with a few good body shots earlier on in the fight, but except for that one right hand a couple of rounds ago, when he got put down, Martinez, he hasn't really had too much success. I just think Martinez is looking to get a little bit too close to the target before he lets his punches go, and that's giving Frampton loads of opportunity to set up some attacks and to spin off and move, because Frampton's footwork's been tremendous. So a good left hook there from Martinez.
Chopping rights as well from Frampton.
Martinez is committing himself now, hasn't he? You can see it. Even though he's missing, he just keeps throwing punches.
He has to, doesn't he? He's got to gamble now.
Even if he thinks he's won a few of these rounds, I think the first round was the only round that you could have even argued with, but everything else has just been sheer Frampton.
Martinez, though, will have trained as never before, you can be sure of that. And he will keep on coming.
Oh, good work.
Catching Frampton with a left hook and then a straight left. Heads again, the little warning from the referee.
It's a closer round, isn't it? Frampton's looking to take a little bit of a breather, and rightly so. Good jab. See, even when Frampton's taking breathers, Martinez still not really been able to capitalise on it too much. He's letting his hands go more than he has in the previous rounds. He's still not having great success.
Two landings simultaneously. The harder shot maybe came from Frampton. It's an accurate right hand once more. Martinez, you sense, though, just getting into range a little bit more now.
He is, but he's just not having enough success, is he? Again, he started off, had a good start of the round.
This is more like it.
That's what he wants to
more
do.
like it from the Spaniard. This is where he wants Frampton. Trying to show that bull-like strength.
Well, he just got to go for broke now, hasn't he, Martinez? Really has.
How did you get that? How did you get that one, Barry?
I think I just edged Martinez on work rate there, John. I think Frampton
so that's Martinez's first round so far.
And even that's debatable, isn't it? Let's get it right. I think all the quality come from Frampton. I just think the sheer work rate earlier on in the round from Martinez, where Frampton was taking a rest.
Eighth round coming up. That's how Barry's got it. With a knockdown in the fifth round. But Martinez maybe just shading the 7th. And with 5 rounds to go, well, it's a huge gap to close, isn't it? But it's not impossible.
Well, when you're a big puncher, it doesn't matter what the points are. It doesn't matter how far away you are, one punch can change a fight. But this guy here, he's a puncher also, you know, we can't forget that.
Seen these fights, at risk of dating myself, I always remember back, as they're moving away the grease off that eye. When Kirkland Lang fought Colin Jones.
Twice, John.
Kirkland was way ahead on points. One big punch, Colin Jones, bingo, good night. Twice. It can happen.
He done that twice, 9th round twice. Amazing.
Frampton a long way ahead then on points at this stage, but Martinez, he's getting into range, and there's another right hand in there.
There's a good right hand one there, a good response back from Frampton here.
Solid body shot again from the Spaniard. It's just starting to go to work on the body of Frampton, and he's having more success.
Oh, good work off the ropes there, wasn't it, from Frampton. This is where Martinez wants him.
It's taken a long time for it to get into the sort of stage of the fight where Martinez is having some success, but he is now.
Well, early on in the fight, Frampton was so sharp with it, not just with the punches, with the feet, the foot movement, that Martinez couldn't close the gap quick enough. But now, where Frampton's just slowed a little bit, it's giving Martinez an opportunity to get close.
You're talking small margins, aren't you?
Nothing,
but it's just it's almost imperceptible, but just that little bit of spring and agility from Frampton is not quite where it was earlier.
Well, he's working so very hard, isn't he? But still, Martinez not having a great deal of success, but he's having more success.
Not that he's winning the fight, but he's got the opportunity now. He's getting into range.
Yeah. But the last round was, I give it to Martinez, but he was very close. But I think that still the quality is all coming from Carl Frampton.
Good elusive skills again from Frampton as he worked his way along those ropes, once more making him miss there with that wild-looking left hook.
And even again now, to this point, you know, Martinez doing a lot of stalking, he's putting the pressure on, but Frampton, for me, is still outboxing him in this round. With 40 seconds to go.
Nice jab, nice lead from Martinez. Not a lot of power shots landed in this round. And a lot of stalking, as you said, from Martinez. Not really capitalising on what you might describe as kind of a territorial advantage. Again, look how slippery Frampton was.
Superb, John. Absolutely superb that was. Everything about that from Frampton. Boxing out of his skin. Even when he's taking the rest rounds, still boxing well.
Bell goes, caught by a right hand. And a shrug of his shoulders from Frampton. No damage done. Let's hear how the McGuigan corner, Shane McGuigan, has read that one.
You've got to put 2 in as the feelers, right? Break him out of his shell, and then you touch him. And that's it. Single shots, bing, bing down the pipe. Let him lead, let him get a little bit of confidence and slip and hit him as hard as you can, right? So with a little slip right hand. Because once you step outside, right, you're away from his danger shot, right? And he has to touch you out left hook before he can land that right hand, right? So keep that left hook, right hand upright. As soon as he touches you, bing.
Well, he gave Frampton that round, Barry, despite the fact that Martinez was walking him down and having some success with body shots there.
Yeah, he started off brightly, Martinez, but then for 3/4 of the round, for me, he was just stalking and missing. I think Frampton was boxing out on back foot. Martinez got to commit himself, totally commit himself now. He got to come in behind the shots. Got to risk missing. No, he's a mile behind. Even if you were to give him a couple of those rounds, he's still a mile behind.
I remember going over to Cork in 1995 and seeing Steve Collins beat Eubank to give it a great night of Irish celebration. And here we are not too far away from another memorable night here in Belfast for Carl Frampton. Good right hand.
It's just the accuracy, that's the difference. Even in rounds like this where Martinez is making a play, then his hands go. It's the accuracy of Frampton. Just the shots are just standing out a little bit more than Martinez is for me again. I'm not sure if Frampton got a little bit of damage over the right eye. Just with his back to us at the moment.
Working nicely off the ropes. There's another lovely shot from Frampton. That's a thudding body shot from Martinez. Frampton certainly felt that one.
Oh, good left hook there for Frampton, off the ropes. Yeah, he is cut over the right eye there, Carl Frampton.
It's only a graze, isn't it? I don't think it's anything significant. It's not a big cut. Nick more than a.
He's such a strong man, though, isn't he, Martinez?
Well, we have said all along he keeps coming, and as long as he's there, he's going to be dangerous, isn't he?
Oh, nice there from Frampton again. Listen, Carl Frampton's boxing out of his skin tonight. He really is. The pressure Martinez is putting him under physically. You know, he's not letting his hands go as much as he should, maybe.
Martinez just will not give ground, will he?
No, landing with a good shot there, Martinez. Not giving him an inch, is he? Not at all. But not being able to make it, you know, beneficial for himself. He's not having the success he should have, landing with the cleaner shots. Oh, cracking right hand there, looping right hand from Carl Frampton again off the ropes.
Just as Martinez almost, it seemed, had got in there with a left hook opportunity of his own, but the terrific counter from Frampton. Excellent work again, right on the bell. And picking up another round.
They tell you he's winning everything. Even in rounds where you feel like, you know, Martinez is doing the right sort of things. Frampton's boxing well off the ropes.
Looking great, Carl. All right, that was a perfect way to fight him, mate. That's how you fight him. You see, all right? Yeah. Okay, once you're in there, 1-2 down the pipe, all right? Then step round him, right hook, okay? You did it once in that round, all right? You can get it off.
Not worried about it, boys, but it was a punch, okay? What caused the cut?
All right. 1-2 down the pipe, all right? Yeah. Step round him, drive that right hook down, just like you did against Buckman in Spine, all right? Yeah.
The referee there saying it was a punch that caused the cut. Jimmy Tibbs, so much experience working away on it. Doesn't look a bad one, I don't think, Barry.
No, especially not for Jimmy. He'll have a touch step in a second. No, I think, so like you said, John, in the round, there's a little nick.
You see it right along the eyebrow, isn't it? 3 rounds to go.
This is where the fitness, where, you know, to concentrate, to keep your concentration up for 9 minutes.
Got to give credit to Kiko Martinez, though, down in the 5th round and in a lot of trouble, and he's come back strongly.
Well, he's come back. He's made the second half of the fight so far more competitive than the first half, that's for sure.
Bit of macho stuff as the two lean on, thudding in body shots.
Well, he starts off the round brightly, doesn't he, Martinez? But then, as so far, Matt, and then Frampton sort of boxes his way around and picks him off.
Frampton unquestionably has so far outskilled Martinez. getting to the stage of the fight now where Martinez will be trying to outgame him and show that he's physically stronger and try and just, even at this stage, to wear him down and find the big shot.
He's doing the right sort of thing, isn't he, Dave Martinez? Just letting his hands go. Just keep punching, hit anything.
Frampton just forced to cover up there. Was he hurt by one of those body shots? He's trying to keep the elbows low to protect the body section. And I think that he's felt the weight of those punches. Oh, good shot from Frampton. What a response.
Oh, brilliant shot. Hurt Martinez there. Snapped his neck back with that punch.
Just when you wondered whether the relentless body attack of Martinez was just taking its toll, Frampton responded with that eye-catching right hand.
But some of those punches from Martinez took the wind out the sails of Frampton's, and so he hadn't really capitalised on that cracking right hand that he caught Martinez with. Well, again, another solid right hand.
But he can't move him, can he now?
No.
There's a relentlessness about Martinez. He's having his best spell of the fight, maybe. Frampton's going to have to dig deep in this closing stage. More heavy body attacks from Martinez. Illegally, says the referee. Dragging him down and then landing the body shot as he did so.
Oh, good there from Frampton.
Frampton banging his gloves together as much as to rev himself up to another level and finish the round fast.
Good round that, John.
I thought Martinez won that round.
Yeah, I think the work rate, the early start in the round, and even though I think that the two quality punches came from Frampton again, the work rate of Martinez from start to finish there.
Two rounds to go. Belfast hopes. How much they hope. This was Martinez when he was enjoying success early.
Yeah, good body shot there. Just holding on and hitting there, Martinez. But having some good success in close where he wants to be in close quarters there, so he can let his hands
go. But how about that for a response?
That was a cracking punch, wasn't it? And landed with another good shot after that himself again. Frampton, really good right hand. But again, to Martinez's credit, he's taken that shot and kept coming forward.
Into the 11th round. Frampton a long way clear on points. He has to box his way now to the final bell. Martinez has to find a big bomb to finish it. It's the only way he's going to come out of this as a winner. He's got to stop Frampton.
I know he's a puncher. I know he knows he only takes one punch. But for me, he's got to let his hands go a little bit more than he has. I think in a minute he's got to take a risk and get into a gunfight with Frampton and hope he lands first, hope he lands cleanest.
Frampton all the time looking for that right hand that did the damage back in the 5th round when he had his man down. What a great punch that was. How he'd love to find another like that now.
This pace right now will suit Frampton. Technically better, sharp, even if you know he's tired, he's still sharp.
Caught by a left hook there though. And that, I'm sure, was well and truly felt by Frampton, but he takes it. Not too much spring in his stride now, though.
Good right hand, but blocked there by Martinez. That wasn't though. Over the guard there from Frampton.
Martinez bravely still keeps marching forward. Can't find that big punch though that he needs.
No, he struggled with the accuracy, hasn't he, Martinez tonight? Oh, lovely. Missing with the first right hand, though, we're coming back with the second.
Straight left from Martinez, and Frampton wants to hold on and just eat up a few seconds.
Yeah, take a right hand over the top as well there, didn't he, Frampton, off Martinez.
big punch at this stage from either man would have a telling effect. Fatigue taking its toll on both. Good combination from Frampton.
Oh, lovely
work.
That uppercut hurt Martinez.
And Martinez is on the back foot now, and Frampton senses it. Another terrific right hand. There was an uppercut beautifully whipped in as well.
Great work from Frampton. Just when he looked sad to get a little bit tired, pulls out, bites on that gum shield and rattles off a lovely combination.
The crowd roaring on the support for Frampton. And the way he doubled up the jab there.
And pushing Martinez back with jabs now.
Frampton raises his arm in salute to the crowd. He knows now that he's 3 minutes away from the world title, from fulfilling a dream. Another round in the bag.
Great stuff, and the variety in the work of Frampton, changing direction. This late in the fight, rattling off a combination like that with accuracy and power. The kid's boxed well tonight. He's boxed out of his skin. He's taken a. We always knew he'd take a really good performance, and he's done it on the highest level, the biggest fight of his life, and he's up until this point he's pulled it out of the bag.
3 minutes away from a world title. All the animosity forgotten now. A hug of respect. Frampton tonight has been outstanding.
It's the discipline, John, isn't it? The discipline, the focus he's had throughout the fight. He's had to take some rests in there. He's been put under pressure from round one. Good right hand there from Martinez, though.
Martinez has just got to go for broke now. He's got to throw everything at Frampton. There's no point leaving anything behind. Don't leave anything in the ring is the old cliche.
That's right, you can't. You don't want to be going in regretting. I think he should have pulled the trigger a few rounds earlier. Martinez should have really gone for it round 10.
There's a sweet left-hand counter in there from Frampton. These are two men who've got to be dog-tired now, though.
To give Martinez his shot, good work from Frampton.
Oh, terrific from Frampton, forcing Martinez back onto the ropes. Is he going to be able to stop it here in the last round? Big attack from Frampton. The referee's having a close look. Martinez manages just about to throw a punch back to suggest that he's still in it. He's on rubbery legs.
Frampton got to be careful he don't punch himself out.
Frampton taking a breather. And Martinez, I don't think, has got it left in his body, which has been pummeled for so long, so often. I just don't think he's got it left in him now to mount the big attack.
He's taking some hard shots tonight, Martinez, and Sepa going down early in the fight. He's taking them without even blinking at times.
In 2013, Frampton was the superior man. On that occasion, he stopped him in 9 rounds. This time, we've had to go the distance into the 12th. But in a lot of ways, it's been a more complete performance.
Yeah, definitely, John. It's been physically hard, like the last one, like we knew it would be, but technically, he's won it by a streak, hasn't he? Literally has.
Still, Martinez goes looking for him. Can he find one big shot? Well, there's no snap in those punches now. A spirited little rally and a flurry from Frampton, who lets the left hand go low. Belfast and Northern Ireland has a world champion. Carl Frampton has made this his night, and the final bell goes. His arms raised aloft. Carl Frampton chaired aloft. He knows he is champion of the world. Ireland has had some great glory nights, and this is one to rank alongside all of them. Barry McGuigan, who's guided this man's career, loving the moment, but the star is the man in there, Carl Frampton. If you've watched this tonight, you've seen an exceptional performance from a very, very good fighter indeed. Thousands here. It's been literally the hottest ticket in town on a very, very cold night, chilly night in Belfast. But it's been a performance to warm the hearts. There's a guy who's not feeling the cold.
You always want to keep your best performance for your biggest fight of your life, and he did. He made Martinez look old tonight. Made him look pedestrian, made him look cumbersome, and he's not that. You know, he's not technically the best fighter out there, Martinez, but he's strong. He lands in the target. He's harder to hit than what you would think. And Frampton was just, he boxed the fight of his life tonight.
Barry was at his best against Eusebio Pedrosa, wasn't he? And Frampton, Carl has done exactly the same.
And we talked about this in Steve Bunch's show yesterday, and Steve's talked about with the boys tonight about the pressure. You know, the pressure of a nation, the pressure of the crowd, a big crowd like this. How would he cope? Well, he's answered.
People were saying in the dressing room beforehand how Carl Frampton looked nervous, he looked keyed up. How is he going to handle the tension? How is he going to handle the hype? And was he going to be able to feed on that nervous energy and on the terrific support of a passionate crowd? Well, he answered that so emphatically, it's not true.
He boxed great, he boxed really great. You know, even in the restaurants, with his restaurants which he was prepared to give away, he still won a couple of those and was competitive. You know, he boxed everything. The game plan for the camp, you've got to give Shane McGuigan his credit. The game plan,
a lot of credit for Shane.
He's only a young man. This is his biggest moment in Shane's life. It's been a great performance.
Well, that is a moment to savour, isn't it? A meeting of boxing generations.
Referee Steve Gray brings the boxers together, and I'm sure you will agree, a fantastic contest, please, both boxers. So we go to our judges' scorecards, where both judges, Mike Fitzgerald and Denny Nelson, see this contest 119-108, and Judge Marcus McDonnell sees the contest 118-111. All in favour of the winner and the new IBF Super-Bantamweight champion of the world, Carl the Jackal Frampton.
A truly massive night, and now the celebrations can begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please show your appreciation for champion Kiko Martinez.
Martinez is chaired aloft. He was a brave man, and Barry McGuigan had led him around the ring there, encouraging the crowd to applaud him. Carl's mum and his young daughter up there in the ring. I think she's still asleep. The dreams of babes. And now Carl Frampton is there for all to see. He'll never forget this, whatever happens, wherever he goes from here. This is a night that he's going to remember for the rest of his life.
It's not just winning his lifetime ambition, winning a world title, but in a packed stadium like this, and for the performance of such a perfection. Let's get it right. He was perfect. He was on point from start to finish. It's such a great occasion for him, and this young man now from Belfast has the world at his feet.
Well, we will be hearing from him before too long and reflecting on a wonderfully memorable performance. Steve, enjoy that?
I enjoyed every single second of it, John. I hope no one saw me jumping up and down, because when Martinez went down, I got up. First of all, I need to apologise. I believe there was some picture breakup during that fight. But what an outcome. What, Bernard, you'll appreciate this, what a boxing lesson.
But he didn't just outbox him, he outfought him. You could see Kiko respected his power, because Kiko just didn't try to steamroll in there. He was taking his time. But Carl was absolutely fantastic tonight, and a worthy world champion. It's amazing. It's a fantastic evening.
A fantastic knockdown as well, Andy. We'll just talk about that, and we'll just call it a flash knockdown, but it wasn't. He tried for a right uppercut, he missed. He looked for the left, he moved to the side for a right. It was perfect.
The same punch in which he knocked him down and stopped him eventually in the last fight. But up until that point, in that round 6, Kiko Martinez was having his best round and was really looking strong. And Carl showed tremendous courage and bravery and tenacity and showed what he could do, you know.
And
real champion.
Let me ask you this. Did you think for a second it could be an 11-1 or a 10-2? We've just seen the knockdown there. Did you think for any second it could be that wide a decision?
I actually
before
thought it was,
the fight?
No, I actually thought it was closer myself, just judging the fight, but it was a real boxing lesson in the end, and you know, and a show of skill and a show of condition as well, because in that last round, Frampton went to finish him, you know.
And in the end, 16,000 people here. It was lovely to have them. They supported him in, they supported him out of the ring, but at no point did he really need them to get through any second in the round.
Actually, I thought the crowd were a wee bit subdued tonight during the fight.
It's something to do with being freezing cold, Bernard.
It was very
tense, though. It was a tense fight.
They were tense.
They were more nervous than Carl. Carl was in fantastic shape there tonight. Like, when he used his jab, Kiko couldn't get out of the way of his shots.
It looked to me at times there like Martinez couldn't quite believe just how good and how sharp Frampton was. Well, you know what? I love throwing over to Alex when he's got a winner there, and sometimes he's got a winner and a trainer. But I really love throwing over to Alex when he's got a winner, a trainer, a manager, a promoter, a friend, and a new world champion.
And I tell you what, Steve, he's got a massive throng here as well. He's got 16,000 followers and fans who have loved every single moment. This is a dream realised, but to do it in your town with your people, how does that feel?
I'm going to ask you to ask me that question again in a minute, because I have a few people to thank. I have to thank this man here, the best coach in the country, Barry, for looking after me from the very start and guiding my career. The whole McGuigans for looking after me, bringing me into their family. My wife, Christine, my daughter, Carla, my new baby on the way, my mum, my dad, Billy McKee, my old amateur coach, Cooper McClure, everyone who ever helped me along the way. And that was from my granda, who just passed away a month ago. My biggest fan. That was for you, granda. Yeah. Love you.
And how about this support, which has been with you every single step of the way? More people here than ever before. Say something about this Belfast crowd.
It's the best supporters in the world. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from Belfast. Big Tony Ballou standing here. He'll tell you Liverpool's the best fans, but Belfast are.
Let's talk about the fight, because it seemed like you were sucking the drama out because you boxed so beautifully. The pressure from Kiko was relentless. How much of a danger was he throughout?
He was so dangerous. He's a hard puncher. I haven't seen my face yet, but it feels pretty lumpy. Look, he's a tough man, and I respect Kiko more than any other fighter I've ever fought. He's a tough man. That stuff at the weigh-in yesterday, I apologise for him. It's all part of the game. But I've never respected a fighter as much in my life. What a fighter, and what a worthy world champion.
Let's bring Shane in. Put that sort of performance in perspective, and you've seen the work that goes in, whether it's the diet, the work down in London. This is the realisation of a dream. How good was he tonight?
Yeah, it's the best performance I've ever seen. Obviously, best performance I've ever seen live. It was just absolutely magnificent. I kept saying, "You're doing everything right." I couldn't pick a fault in the corner. It's the best night I've ever had in my life.
It's a great family story as well. Let's bring in Barry. Can I just say, Barry, it's lovely to see you relaxed and smiling, because you were having kittens all night. How proud are you of this guy?
I'm immensely proud of him. I'm immensely proud of him. He's a wonderful young man, and I swear to God, he's twice the fighter I was. I'm telling you, he's twice the fighter I was. He's going to be something really special. And I want to thank each and every person that came out here today. You were absolutely amazing. It was a horribly breezy night, and it was very cold, and everybody stuck it out, and the support and the noise when we came in was incredible. You're the best fans in the world, bar none. Incredible.
Couple of questions to finish off. Abner Mares watched the fight tonight, apparently put on Twitter, I want to drop down in weight, I'd love to face Carl Frampton. Obviously Avalos, I think, has just signed a co-promotion with Matchroom, so he's the 90-day mandatory. Does someone like Abner Mares float your boat? And obviously you've got Santa Cruz, you've got America.
There's so many options. The only man I want to fight is Scott Quigg. That's it. I'll fight till I have to fight. Quigg's the man, but what Eddie Hearn needs to remember is I'm the one with a legitimate belt. I'm the one that brings the fans.
You know that.
That's it. I want to fight. I'll fight him in Manchester, I'll fight him anywhere. But we've options.
Final two questions. One to Barry and then one to Carl. This is, for the time being, the end of the BoxNation journey. We've enjoyed every single minute of it. I know our viewers have loved every single minute. Is there hope that perhaps this will be a relationship that continues?
There's every chance that the relationship will continue. There is the chance, of course, that Avalos might be the mandatory. He's got quite a lot of bruising and quite a lot of... we think he's hurt his left hand, so we're going to give him time to recover from that. But there are a number of possibilities out there, and obviously we're going to be talking to everybody. You know, let's be perfectly honest about it. Scott Quigg will draw 800 people in Bury. This guy draws 16,000 people in Belfast, and we had to make an arena to be able to fit everybody in. So it's pretty special. We've got so many things to look forward to. Leo Santa Cruz is something that that's got real gravitas, that fight. But Avalos might be a mandatory, it might be a 90-day thing, depending on how injured he is. But Santa Cruz is the real gravitas fight.
I would also like to thank BoxNation for giving me this exposure.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much, BoxNation. Jimmy Tibbs, who was in the corner, most experienced cup man in the world. Big Steve and the rest of McGuigan's gym was just a few I forgot.
Can I just say that John Rawlings, yourself, Alex, all the guys in BoxNation have been fantastic, and I want to thank you personally for all that you've done. I think we've given you a very special treat to finish it all with, and you never know, we might be able to do business again.
Let's hope so. You're probably aware of this, but your daughter Carla slept through the whole lot. She didn't even see a single punch thrown. Normally Pavlova, I think, is on the menu. Will there be a hell of a party in Belfast tonight?
Apparently there's one here for me somewhere, so I'm ready to go and get that now. But yeah, there'll be a party somewhere. But it's a dream come true. 20 years making. It's amazing to have it. Amazing. Thank you all.
Yeah. Pleasure. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, it has been a pleasure covering these fights. It's been an absolute delight and a pleasure. Let's talk a little bit more about the fight. Was there any point in that fight when you thought, I thought that Martinez, his heart was broken several times. Several times he just didn't look happy, didn't look comfortable.
He couldn't pin Carl Frampton down. Carl's footwork and movement was phenomenal, like it really was. Like he was one step ahead of Kiko every moment throughout the fight. He was picking his shots, he was rolling, he was moving, his upper body movement was really, really good. It was only when he stopped using the jab that Kiko could get close to him.
When he may have hurt the hand, Barry McGuigan alluded to the hand. I thought he was throwing fewer punches because he was conserving energy, but maybe it now looks like he hurt his left hand. When he dropped him in the 5th round there, Andy, you're in the corner. If you were in the corner, Shane's going, calm down, calm down. I was saying calm down. What was your gut reaction as a fighter?
Try and finish him. Tried to finish him that round. You know, he went for the uppercut, missed it, came back.
Great knockdown.
Yeah, and did exactly what. No, he's probably practiced that 1,000 times in the gym.
So would you have gone in here, Bernard and Andy? What would you have done?
Yeah,
would you have tried to step in?
While you have him hurt, you got to try and take him out. It's a world title fight. You never know how he might, recover and how hurt he actually was. So you have to go for it. And once the round was over, he composed himself and came back and went straight back to boxing, which was the right thing to do.
I think the only time that we probably did have any worry about it was when Kiko threw him onto the ground. Carl just seemed to get a bit muddled up at that stage and was flustered when he got up.
Yeah, it definitely affected him.
And just
that was,
the end of that
was
round.
early in that round, in the 6th round.
That was without a doubt Kiko's best round up to the point. How many rounds did you give Kiko in the end?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4. That's You're quite generous.
I'd give him 4 as well.
Yeah, I gave him 3 at the absolute most. Towards the last couple of rounds, when Kiko was calling, he was calling Carl in.
It wasn't working for him going
forward. No, it wasn't working at all.
He had to try and draw something from Carl and make it a trade-up. Tried to challenge him as a man, you know, tried to draw him into a macho contest, but it wasn't going to work, you know. Carl stuck to his guns.
I've got to tell you, there are sometimes in some fights, in front of some crowds, in some cities, when absolutely nothing will work, as I'm sure John Rawling can attest to. He's now with Barry Jones, who was part of the commentary team, memorable commentary team here from the Titanic quarter. Alex is with them now.
And we're jostling for positions. Everyone wants to fill every nook and cranny and get a photo of their new world champion as well. It was the result, John, that we hoped and believed in, but it had to be hard-earned tonight, as usual.
It was tough. It was really hard, but what a night and what an atmosphere. I think this is the most special night that I can remember for an awful long time. I think you've probably got to go back to Ricky Hatton and Costa Zoo to have this sort of passion and this sort of night. I thought it was absolutely stunning, and he's going to remember this for the rest of his life. He was very, very special.
The beauty is it's just the start, hopefully, as well. But Barry, it's not just winning. It's the way he won it too.
It's tremendous. The biggest fight of his life, and he put on the best performance he's ever given. He was absolutely on point. The concentration was tremendous. His accuracy, as always, was spot on, and he made Martinez look an old man tonight. He made a 28-year-old strong, on the roll champion look pedestrian, and that was a tremendous performance.
Really, and I guess it shows you how hot he is. Santa Cruz mentions him at every opportunity, John. We've now got Abner Mares tweeting earlier on tonight that he would drop down and wait to get a piece of the action. This guy's hot business right now.
Well, he's talking about Scott Quigg, isn't he? I mean, he's called out Scott Quigg. That's the one he maybe wants the most. But there are bigger fish out there ultimately. You know, Santa Cruz, who's fighting next week on the Mayweather bill, that fight potentially is huge because Santa Cruz has got a big following in the United States. The States will have noticed this and they'll be watching. Abner Mares talking about coming down, and let's not forget somewhere down the road as well that there's a certain Cuban called Mr. Rigondo.
Yeah, who already, Carl said he'd fight. I suspect Barry would like to keep that one on ice for just a little bit. There's going to be a bit of a party tonight. 1 or 2 Guinness, I think, might be quaffed later on in Belfast City.
Surely not.
The whole city's going to be just enjoying themselves, having a night of their life. It's been a great night from start to finish. It's been freezing cold, but you didn't feel in that fight. You didn't feel it one bit. It was just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, from this 3, and we got those 3 words, we're going to jump in a cab and go and drink some Guinness.
I knew.
Yeah. Yes, that's a bit of glory at the end. Shane McGuigan first in, up on his shoulders. Throughout the fight, he was calming Carl Frampton down, Bernard, keeping him controlled.
Come here, Carl answered any questions that were asked of him this evening. The tactics they had were perfect. Their movement, you know, they're using the jab to keep Kiko off and then power shots after it. You know, everything walked a treat, and now, whether it's a unification belt or a fight, or whether it's just a defence of the belt, anything is possible now with Carl.
Andy, I don't like to start talking. We're in 3 or 4 minutes of the guy reaching his dream and 16,000 people drifted off into the night happy. I don't want to start talking about fights. All I hope is we get back here and have a big fight here.
Yeah, that's not, you know, the world is his oyster at the moment. Let him enjoy his win, let him go home. I think his wife is pregnant at the moment, so why don't he just enjoy that? And he's world champion. Belfast has a new champion and a great fighter.
I wonder will the daughter recognise him in the morning?
The daughters will recognise him in the morning. That was a big fight this week. Next week, it's even bigger. Floyd Mayweather, Marcus Maidana. Live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. A couple of world titles at stake. Tonight there was just one world title at stake for one man and one fabulous city that turned out 16,000 people. What a night it was. Carl Frampton is the new IBF Super-Bantamweight champion of the world. It was great, and we'll be back. Thanks for watching.
This shepherd's pie says, I know I'm just your dad, and what do I know? It says, he was an idiot and didn't deserve you. This shepherd's pie says, I'm useless at this sort of thing, but I give good hugs. It says, chin up, lass.
With real herbs and seasoning, Coleman's make proper British meals that say it all.
Wish your hair felt moisturised with volume and bounce.
Why you gotta be like that?
Some women feel moisturising products weigh hair down.
Did I catch you playing up like that? Oh, you like that?
New Dove Oxygen and Moisture with Oxyfusion technology for fine, flat hair. Oxygen fused conditioning gives hair a moisturised feel, so you can enjoy 95% more volume. New Dove Oxygen and Moisture by Dove Advanced Hair Series.
On guard! Lingering food can be annoying. Chew new Extra Ice Citrus to help keep teeth clean and healthy. Eat, drink, chew. Extra.
What a waste! I always get my 5 a day!
Pepperami, it's a bit of an animal.
Germs are hard to reach in tough limescale and could create quite a stink. So we've assembled the new Domestos team. Total Blast, with not 1 but 7 germ and limescale destroying power jets. And Turbo Fresh, Britain's only rotating rim block. The Domestos heroes, combined to kill germs and fight odor.
For the first time ever, Persla combined a new boosted liquid with stain-removing microgranules. Introducing new Persl Dual Action Capsules. The microgranules penetrate and attack stains, while the liquid completes the wash for an unbeatable clean. Try new Persl Dual Action Capsules in your wash today. Always keep away from children.
How is your relationship with your hair?
A bit damaged and kind of dull.
Expert stylists know the secret of beautiful hair is to care for both your hair and scalp.
My scalp?
Introducing new Tresemme Renewal Hair and Scalp. The salon-quality formula is clinically proven to help replenish lost moisture at the cellular level, deeply nourishing the scalp. So it helps renew your scalp and gives you beautifully radiant hair. Renewal Hair and Scalp. Tresemme. Professional, affordable.
Packed house here at the FedEx Center in Memphis, Tennessee. The first major athletic event here, and the place looks like it probably is 13,000 sold out.
For a nice ring entrance here. Always a pageantry at big boxing events when you get some type of an electrified open and people waving banners as Glenn Johnson and Roy Jones get set. Light heavyweight title bout, scheduled for 12 rounds.
Glenn Johnson won the IBF title in June in his second fight with Clinton Woods in England. And he averaged about 60 punches around to make sure he won it because he had lost to Clinton earlier in a controversial decision. And the folks are it up here.
As you take a look at the tail of the tape, they're both 35 years old. The height's the same. In favor of Johnson a little bit. And the weight, pretty close to the same. No advantages. No advantages on that tail of the tape. It will be the intangibles that decide this fight.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
No standing 8 count when you look at the unified rules. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. And a fighter cannot be saved by the bell at all. You know, Johnson's as tall as Jones. That makes the fight difficult for Jones. I'm surprised that, as you see Roy Jones entering first, and that's not something you see often.
He looks mighty confident. He's a tremendous athlete, and he creates that love-hate relationship with fans. But he is a tremendous athlete. The question is, he's been around 16 years. He's won it all. He's been up to the heavyweights. I mean, he's held 4 different titles. Maybe is he losing interest?
No, I think he's losing reflexes. I think he's losing the magic of youth. Well, that is a nice rap entrance for him coming in. Of course, he's been a rap recording artist, and he's branched out into those scenarios. Yeah, the interesting thing is, he had the upper hand when he was negotiating with Bernard Hopkins before. The fight didn't happen. Now he wants to get Hopkins or Tarver again, but he has to be the underdog challenger now. Let's see how he embraces this role. Now, the last time he lost a fight, Montel Griffin, he came out and knocked Griffin out the first round. And it's a smoke-filled room here.
Well, we're getting some pyrotechnics.
He usually gives the crowd a good open.
Jones and Johnson are each 35 years old. And Jones has said he wants to be an entertainer, and he just recently had a CD released of his tunes. And they've been playing them here tonight. Here comes Glenn Johnson, a fellow who's worked hard to win a world title. He said his toughest career was Bernard Hopkins. He said he's the only guy I knew would beat me. And about tonight's fight, he said, hey, they say this is another fight I'm supposed to lose.
Well, you know, he beat Clinton Woods, who Roy Jones beat. He beat Eric Harding, whom Roy Jones beat. The difference is he lost to Hopkins and also Derek Harmon, whom Roy Jones defeated. Now, on paper, he's an underdog, and people dismissed him far too early. And when you look at Jones's last 2 fights, it's hard to picture him in the walkover mode against a lot of fighters.
Well, these 2 fighters have had common opponents. Each fellow has fought Clinton Woods, Eric Harding, Derek Harmon, Julio Cesar Gonzalez, Murky Sosa, Bernard Hopkins.
I mean, Glenn Johnson has 40 wins and 27 knockouts, and people have talked about him like he's a tomato can. So that's something that he wants to undo here.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the FedEx Forum here in one of the great cities in the South, Memphis, Tennessee, where tonight, Square Ring Incorporated is proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Brought to you in association with Goose and Tudor Promotions, Prize Fight Boxing, Grand Casino Tunica, and Roy Jones Jr. presents Body Head Bangers. Sanctioned by the Tennessee Boxing Commission, Administrator Dan Kelly. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this contest will be Gerald Deming, Dan McClellan, and Fred Steinwinder. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Bill Clancy. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, wearing navy blue, official weight, 175 pounds. Professional record, 49 victories, including 38 knockouts with only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, the former middleweight, former super middleweight, former 3-time light heavyweight, and former heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, official weight, 174 pounds. Professional record, 40 victories, including 27 knockouts, with 9 defeats and 2 bouts even. From Miami, Florida, presenting the reigning, defending IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glenn the Road Warrior Johnson.
Bring it in, Roy, coach.